Welcome to this first Ask Me Anything session of CryptoPick. I'm really happy about this, and the whole team as well. So what will we be seeing today? So I'm gonna give you a quick intro of what CryptoPick is. I will be explaining where we are today, what we've already achieved, what the future beholds, and then we will go to the Ask Me Anything, and so we will go through the questions that were submitted beforehand, and people can ask questions live, and there will also be a little gift for everyone here. So what is CryptoPick? So it's a PvP market prediction game. So our goal is to create a fun and simple way to make predictions. Because it can be really easy when it comes to basic questions. Then our goal is also to reward people for making these predictions, because if people take the time to predict, it's important to give them something in return. It's a way to incentivize them. We want the first thing that we thought of why we created CryptoPick was actually to create a game where people would easily discover the predictions of other players. So everyone always asks, what do you think Bitcoin will do? What is a cool coin that could be a nice investment, and so on. So we wanted to find a cheat and gamify this whole concept so that it would be easy for people to actually discover what other people think about the market. Person versus person, so it's really important for us to make a game where people play against each other and not against the house, because there are already enough alternatives like binary options where people play against the house, but they have really bad odds. So even if your predictions are good, you would actually not win that much. Here, if you are the only one who is bullish and a lot of people are bearish, you will make a lot of money. It's free to play, so it's always been really important for us that the game is accessible for everyone. This way people so everyone can play it, and you don't have a barrier at the entrance where you already have to pay something before you can actually do anything. We also want it to be a risk-free way to learn about the crypto markets and about potentially investing, but it needs to be something where people who don't know a lot about the market can easily enter. We want it to also be an alternative way to trade. So trading today for everyone is kind of the same. So you buy something, you hold it, and then you sell it, hopefully with some profits. But you have to put some stop losses. You can go into margin trading, which is really risky, and so on. And we really want to give a completely different way of trading to the players. So that's what our mission is and our goal. Then if we look at what we've already achieved today with CryptoPick, it's been 21 months that we've been on this adventure. So it's been a lot of testing and listening to the feedback of the users and adapting the platform. But it's a really cool ride. Then we also have 2 games today. So we have the Moon Doom and the Up Down game. And then we have more than 4,200 registered players, which is pretty amazing. Especially the past weeks have been crazy. So if you look at this chart, because when it goes to trading, we like to see charts. This is actually a chart that we used in a presentation back in August. So end of August, we were almost reaching 1,800 users, and we were already pretty happy because when you look at this chart, we did a closed beta, then some people got on board, then we did the open beta, some people got on board. But by listening to the feedback of all these players, we took some time to make a big switch, and we released version 2 of the platform in April this year. And since then, actually, people keep on coming, and they love what we've created so far. So the chart is actually today we are at more than 4,200 players. So it's really crazy. It's beyond our expectations. So we're really excited about this. We also have more than 50,000 predictions that have been made. We have 30k predictions in the Moon Doom and 20k in the Up Down. We have organized 70 tournaments, well, way more actually. If you look at the hourly tournaments, I think we have organized almost 100 tournaments, and we've already distributed more than $4,000 in Ethereum. What we've also achieved when it comes to the game, we have in the past weeks we have created a new profile page so that it's easier to see what the predictions of the players are, and you can easily read the stats of this player. We have integrated the Arcane network for Ethereum deposits. So this is a wallet just like MetaMask, but with the difference that for people who don't have Ethereum yet, they don't have to first create an account on an exchange, then buy it on the exchange and then send it to MetaMask. They can directly in the Arcane wallet actually purchase Ethereum with a credit card or whatever. We have revamped the Moon Doom game, which was quite a big update. Like most of you knew the old version where people had to make a prediction between the moment they picked and the end of the day or the end of the hour. Well, now it's the same format as the up-down game where you have to make a prediction today of what's going to happen tomorrow. We did this for several reasons, but we were really happy about the results. We have added a follow option, so you can follow other players. And what is actually fresh from this morning is that we have added filters in the games. So it means that people can now, it's only in the Moon Doom games for now, but it will also be added in the Up Down, but you can actually activate a filter to only see the predictions of the people you follow. So this is a cool way to, well, you can see the predictions of the whole, of all the players, but it's sometimes quite interesting to only see what the predictions are of the people that you think are really good pickers. But in the up-down, it's also really interesting because maybe the majority is bullish for tomorrow, but maybe the majority of the people you follow is bearish. So it's a way for you to actually play around with the good players, in your opinion. We have also added a new leaderboard. So we added a CPR to the Ethereum and the Pickies. So CPR is a way of ranking the players based on their rating. Ethereum is a way to find the people, the players that have made the most Ethereum playing CryptoPick, and Pickies is the same but with Pickies. We have also created official communication channels on PublishOX and Uptrend and others as well, and we have more coming, and they are redacted by Cool Crypto, so he also joined the team, which is really cool, and it's a lot of fun to work with him, and it's really the result is really there, and a lot of new stuff is coming. We've also onboarded more beta testers, so Donip, John Pingo, Otek, Bria Pro, and others have now joined the beta tester team. So it's people who get access to the updates before they are launched to test them, to make sure that there are no bugs, and also give their feedback and suggestions. Now we come to the exciting stuff, so the future of CryptoPick. So we will at some point convert the Pickies into tokens. But before doing this, an update that will come earlier is that players will be able to mine even more Pickies. So what do I mean by this is that we think it's really important that the tokens go to the users and not to just investors who want to speculate on the value of Pickies. So this means that people who make predictions and play CryptoPick are the ones who should be receiving the tokens. And today you can get tokens by making right predictions and by achieving achievements, by staking them in the up-down. But tomorrow we will also be adding something new, that is actually by making a prediction, whether it's right or wrong, doesn't matter. Just by predicting, you're actually mining tokens. So by just playing and making predictions, you're basically mining Pickies. And of course, if you make the best predictions compared to the whole, you will be getting even more pickies. Then the skins will becoming NFTs, so non-fungible tokens. So it means that every skin will be a unique token, and there will be restricted restricted amounts of these tokens. Give me a sec. So it means that, for example, the dragon skins, there will maybe only be 10 of these in circulation. So these skins will become pretty rare, and you will be able to buy these in Ethereum and in Pickies. And we're also thinking about adding bonuses to these skins. So an example of a bonus is that when you are making a prediction and mining tokens, by having certain NFTs, you actually mine a bit more tokens. So you have a percentage boost of mining these piggies. Then we also are gonna add more games. One of the upcoming games that we're gonna add is a portfolio game. So the portfolio game is basically the same as the Moon Doom, but instead of picking one coin that will make the best performance the day after or the next hour, you will have to pick a certain amount of coins. So for example 5, so you will have to pick 5 coins, and the average of percentage change of these 5 will be your result. And we have other games also that we are thinking of. We have new tournament types coming up. So you have the Moon Doom combo. So it's basically the same as today, but you will the predictions of your Moon and Doom will be combined. So it means that if you're really bearish about the market, well, you can play only the Doom and decide to not play the Moon. And the day after, you can decide to play only the Moon, but you can also decide to play both, because if you are sure about a coin that will go up and sure about a certain coin that will go down, well, then you're gonna get twice as much percentage changes. We also think about adding a deathmatch type. So deathmatch means that you get every time matched against one player, and the player that makes the best performance of both goes to the next round, and it's elimination until one winner is left. We will also be introducing the Picky Store. So the Picky Store is today you can buy the skins in your profile page, but tomorrow we will have a dedicated Picky Store where you can buy skins. You can also purchase your membership, and you will be able to buy certain merch, just like this sweater, and much more. So I'm talking about membership. So we will also be introducing a membership. So this membership will be paid in Pickies, and you will have to pay it every month. And this unlocks extra games, because we will probably be introducing a lot of new games already. For example, in the Moon Doom, today you only have the Moon Doom top 200 for the daily, but tomorrow we will probably be introducing a Moon top 5 or a Moon top DeFi and other games. Well, to get access to the whole bunch of games, you will require membership, because it unlocks more possibilities of making free predictions and actually earning piggies. It will also unlock potentially tournaments that are restricted only for members. You will also have skins that only members can buy, and much more. We're also planning to create videos, just like this M&A is going to be posted on our YouTube, but we're also going to have a lot of videos to do quick tours of the platform, explain to people how they should be playing the games. And we're also going to post more articles. And we're also going to start a podcast. So a podcast that I think we will do maybe every week, but maybe every 2 weeks, we will see. But what is fun about this is that we will invite other traders and investors to talk about the crypto market, but also to talk about the predictions that people made on CryptoPick. So when a certain coin really becomes popular on CryptoPick, well, we will be discussing this with other traders and see what they think. All right, so enough about me just talking about CryptoPick. Let's get into the Ask Me Anything. So if you have any other questions, don't hesitate to put them into the stream chat on Discord. and I will already look right now. And before that, I will first be answering the questions that some of you have uh, submitted through the form. So the first question is, what's CryptoPick's biggest plan? The biggest plan, well, I think I've explained a lot of things that we want to achieve, but the biggest plan is to be a real big community of people who have fun making predictions and actually sharing their opinion with the other players, and so that everyone can, well, learn from each other. And if people on top of that make some money while making predictions, then we will really be happy. And it's already the case today, but it can only grow bigger. So that's the goal. And yeah, of course, the biggest plan behind that is, I think, tokenizing as well the pickies as the skins into NFTs. Will there be a CryptoPick application in the future? So that's a good question. For now, well, CryptoPick is built as a progressive web app, so it means that you can play it in your browser on your phone, just like an application. Application means that it's a lot of effort and a lot of time to also maintain it. And it's not on our top priority list, but we never know. If we continue to grow and maybe we will be raising funds, we will put the budget for sure to develop an application, because there is a lot of demand for this. Even though, well, if you're on an Android phone or other, you can install it as an application, and it's kind of exactly the same as an application. So we also strongly believe that progressive web apps is the future. So developing the application seems like useless, but of course a lot of people would probably enjoy it. So it's not a no, but it's not in the short priority list. What is the developer strategy for developing CryptoPick? So I'm not 100% sure that I understand the question, but so maybe I think February you are in the Discord, so you can maybe more elaborate what you mean exactly with this question in the chat if you want. I'll pass to the next question in between. So Cool Crypto is asking, how was CryptoPick born? So CryptoPick was actually born, I think, more than 2 years ago, when me and some friends, we've been in crypto for, I think, since 2014, 2015. And we created we're from Belgium, and we created the biggest crypto and blockchain community here. But we also had a lot of, well, messenger groups, Telegram groups, and so on. And we observed the same stuff, same problem, which was that in all these groups, the more people join in, well, the more shittier the information becomes, simply because a lot of people just want free information and not a lot of people share information. The 5% that actually talks in the group is going to talk about real life stuff, it's going to troll whatever. And the 95% who don't talk and just want some information, well, there is no reason for the others to give them information. And from the 95% that's not talking, at least 50% has an opinion that would be interesting to share with the others. So from that idea, the CryptoPick gamification was born. So it was a way to push people to actually share their prediction with the others in order to unlock the predictions of the others. So by actually giving data to the whole, you unlock the data from the whole community. So this was the way it was born. And at the same time, when the idea was born, well, we had created a big community in Belgium, and we were thinking about launching a project. So it just fitted perfectly, and we've been on it since then. The next question is, if CryptoPick was something with other projects, games, what should competing with other project games, what would they be? Well, our direct competitors, the biggest ones are, I think, Hero, so HXRO. When it comes purely to the up-down game, because that's basically what you're doing there. It's predicting if something will go up or down in the next 30 seconds or next minute or next 5 minutes or whatever. You can do so on the Bitcoin, on Ethereum, and I think on some others. The other ones are, I think, well, the most that we listed actually stopped since we listed them. The other one is, I think, how is it called again? It's Cyborg, I think. Well, I forgot the name. But the biggest one is clearly HXRO. But not a lot of competitors are aimed to give something in return for predictions to the players. And I think it's something quite unique we have here, and it's something we really strongly believe is the difference, is rewarding the players for making predictions. If I come back on other competitors later, I will talk about it. How does this team see CryptoPick in 1 year? Well, honestly, I think we see CryptoPick with like almost 10 times more users, and all the future projects that we are developing being developed. 1 year is pretty long if you look at what we've done over the past almost 2 years. So I think we will be seeing big updates and a lot of suggestions and feedback of the players being introduced to the platform. And I think it's gonna be one of the main platforms where people actually who want to start making predictions without risking money can onboard, and they can also make some money while making predictions. And for some, it's probably gonna be their first crypto they ever own, because we have a lot of players who make predictions and earn Ethereum, and well, they never bought any Ethereum, so this is really something we like. Then there is also an anonymous question, because it was not mandatory to fill in your name. When will the dragon skins be available? Yes, it's a good question, because we made a poll to vote about the dragon skins and to see which one we would introduce first. But in between, we've actually talked with Arcane Network, who is also from Belgium, and we are good friends with them. And they are the ones actually helping Sandbox to do their land sale. And we talked with them last week to talk about the NFTs and the Pickies becoming tokens. So we're actually further discussing this with them, and we're going to introduce the NFTs, I think, before we actually release the dragon skins. But even if the NFTs are not released yet, they will be soon in the Picky store, and then you will already be able to purchase them. We will also add into the Picky store the amount of skins that actually exist of each skin, and see how many are already bought up. So yeah, so now I will be looking at the chat, and well, we see you're in the chat, but you can always write down your username of CryptoPick and you will get some extra pickies. So when I look at this, so I'm looking at the chat right now. So yes, Swissborg, yes, exactly, that's what we were talking about. CryptoPick, the next hero, you should agree with me. Yeah, of course I agree. But honestly, I played Hero, and I love to play the games that are competing with us, but just also I love to play games and test stuff out. I mean, there are a lot of projects out there, and a lot of projects that I tested out were just, horrible. And when you look at Hero, they are doing something pretty cool, but I think it's not that unique. But I think also that the target group is not the same. I think that for them it's purely gamblers that want to gamble, up or down. I think the majority of the active players of CryptoPick are not addicted gamblers, but they actually want to get better at making predictions and test their skills, and potentially win some money doing so. So I think the target group is not the same, so I don't really see them as a competitor, but we'll see in the future. Token means that there'll be a ERC20 token with smart contracts able to manage predictions. So that's also a really good question. So since day one, we decided to not do an ICO immediately, because we we think a lot of projects just sell an idea, raise money, and then try to actually achieve it. We think it's more important to, well, produce something real, test out if people like it, and then potentially raise money. And so, well, we didn't do an ICO. We don't plan on doing it. It will be an RC20 token, but just like with Ethereum, today, we don't use smart contracts for the predictions. Okay, it sounds really, crypto to do so, but having everything built with smart contracts, well, is a nightmare. Believe me, we've talked with a lot of people who've done it, who've tried it, and it's just a huge barrier for development as well, for developing stuff. And if there is a bug, well, there is no rollback, and it's really hard to fix. But also for the users, there is everything would be super slow. There would also be huge fees for everything. So we think in a first stage, until proven better, we are looking at Matic, of course, together with Arcane. For us, it's more important to have something that is smooth and running, and that the users love as a user experience. And in a later stage, maybe someday introduce smart contracts. But today, when you deposit Ethereum, well, it's just like on an exchange. You have it there. You can do some instant activity with the Ethereum, and then you can withdraw it, and well, it goes back to your Ethereum wallet. It will be the same with Pickies in a first stage. So it means that if you want to withdraw your Pickies, you just have to fill in Ethereum wallet, and we will send over the Pickies to that Ethereum wallet. But on the platform in itself, it will not be with smart contracts. So yeah. So best moment, yeah. So John, for information, John, we will be posting normally this video on YouTube, so you will be able to check out everything afterwards. Okay, last question I'm seeing here is swap Pickies versus Ethereum. Yeah, that's something we need to look into how it will be done. But it potentially will be there. It needs to be really thought of. It needs to be. It's not that simple, because once you've fixed swap price, well, it's like how you say it, a stable coin, because it has a fixed value. But from the moment it becomes a token, it means that people can actually swap it on Uniswap, for example. So it's also an open market. So we'll see how we will do that. But for sure, normally you will be able to swap the Pickies for other tokens, a way or another. That I cannot for sure say what you will be using and how it will be done. Voila. So do you have any other questions? All I can say on my own is that we're really excited about the evolution, and that we cannot wait until you guys see the new stuff that is coming. Well, I think we are still small, of course we are, but everything starts small. But I can assure you that over the past weeks, months, the amount of people that contacted us and that are looking for ways to get involved into the project, it's really motivating. It's so cool to see the community also grow. When you wake up in the morning and you look at the chat and you see that other players actually answer new people who joined, how they have to do stuff, this is what this is what wakes you up in the morning, gives you the energy. When you see a community being built, people loving your product, talking to each other, giving suggestions and feedback. This is, I don't think there is anything more motivating than this. And I think everything needs to grow organically, and it's the best way of doing. and I prefer to have not too many people in the beginning, so that we can focus on quality before quantity. Sorry, and so yeah, I'm pretty happy about the people that are getting involved and that are helping us. So yeah, of course, spreading the word is amazing, and we are busy with doing this, and there is more coming also to talk about CryptoPick and to get more visibility. But yeah, so we'll see how it evolves. But we are really proud to have you guys with the first adopters of CryptoPick. Zinecon, yeah, that's well, we'll not talk about that. But so we'll wrap up here for the M&A. If you have any other questions, don't hesitate to just write them in the general chat of Discord. We are pretty active, so we also we will, well, almost always give a quick answer back, unless we are sleeping. And I like to thank you all for being here, and well, see you on the next M&A, and maybe we will see each other before. So peace out.